Today we're doing fuzzy melon soup with pork bones. So why do they call this fuzzy melon? I think sometimes it has a sort of a fuzzy surface, but this one seems to be very smooth. So regardless, let's get started. So here we have some pork bones. So these pork bones have lots of meat on it. So when you make the soup, you also get to eat the meat as well. I like these bones. They're fresh pork neck bones. So I've got some water. I'm going to bring it to a boil here. So we're going to put some pork bones. So we're going to make soup enough for maybe 2 or 3 people. So you need about 3 of these pieces of pork bones. So you get lots of bones with the flavor for the soup as well as the meat. So for me, I like to eat the meat as well as having the soup. Just takes about 5 minutes here just to get rid of the impurities and the dirt. Some people like to do the soup without parboiling. That's up to you. So now we're going to put it in the sink and rinse it out with cold water. So here we have the pork bones. You can use other kind of pork bones. You can use spare ribs. You can use different kind of bones. I like these bones because you got lots of meat on them. So I'm just going to bring some water to a boil. I'm going to put the pieces of bones in here. Look at that, meaty bones. Look at that, look at that. Here's, I've got some ginger here. You can use a potato peeler to take off the skin. You can use the edge of a knife. I just cut the skin off. So I put about 3 pieces into the soup. I put the ginger into the soup here. We're going to simmer the soup for minimum ½ hour. So a lot of times I go about an hour, but if you have the time, go for about 2 hours. You get a real tasty broth when you go about 2 hours. Some people do it even more than that. So as you simmer the soup, just check for the scum that forms on the top. You can just take off the scum like this, and then add more water if you need to. So just do this as you simmer the soup. I'm just going to use a potato peeler to peel the fuzzy melon. So it peels just like a potato. So you can use other kind of Chinese melon for this soup. You can use the Eastern melon if you like. The winter melon they call it. Also use other kind of melons. Sometimes when you cook it, you can't even tell which one is in there. So you can cut off the end. You can cut off the ends. Just like this. So it's just going to cut it in half to show you the inside. So this is what it looks like on the inside. So to cut it in the chunks, just cut it in half like this. Just like that. And then you can cut it different size. I usually cut it about an inch cube. Like that. So we can use the whole melon for the soup. You want to use less, that's up to you. You can also add beans. So you just find out the cooking time for the different beans you can put in there. So some people like that as more of a hearty soup. You can use this as a daily dinner soup or lunch soup. They call it the daily soup. The restaurants serve this soup before meals. So they call it common soup. So sometimes restaurants include it in your meals. Nowadays, some restaurants don't even serve the soup anymore. And some restaurants would charge you a lot of money. They might charge you up to $40 for a big bowl of this. So it's just common soup. You can buy this really cheap in the supermarket. Make it yourself. Make some extras so you can have it over several days. So just like this. It's a nice hearty soup, especially good for the winter time. Some of the water has evaporated, so you can add some more water if you like. Just top it up like that. So the soup has been going for about an hour and 45 minutes. I'm going to transfer the soup and the bones into a larger pot. I'm going to bring the soup stock back to a boil, and then I'm going to put the fuzzy melon in after. The reason I'm cooking the soup in a large pot is because the fuzzy melon, there's quite a bit of it when you cut it up. It doesn't look like that much. So when you cut it up, there's quite a bit. So I'm going to put it into the soup stock and let it simmer. So it should take about maybe half an hour for it to soften up. Once you have the soup boiling, turn the heat down to simmer. And we'll go about half an hour with it. So in the last 15 to 30 minutes, you can put some goji berries and also the red dates. So red dates will add some sweet flavor, and goji berries are supposed to be good for you. So also nice color. So I like to use Himalayan pink salt. So add about a tablespoon just before serving. Put a tablespoon of pink Himalayan salt, or any kind of salt you like. I like the natural pink Himalayan salt. Ooh, look at that, look at that. So this is the pork bone soup with fuzzy melon, Chinese dates, and goji berries. Enjoy. So I'm going to give the broth a try. Ooh, that's a tasty soup. Really light. This is a great soup for having before dinner. You can eat it as a snack. It's really good to eat in the wintertime when the weather's nice and cold. Now you can order the products and ingredients that I use in my cooking videos. Just click the link below in the description for the Chinese cooking accessory guide. You can order everything online, including the wok that I use and some of the equipment that I use. Thanks for checking out my video, and please give me a thumbs up, and be sure to check out some of my other videos on this channel, and please subscribe. If you get a chance, check out my other channel, the award-winning Chinese cooking channel.